Every Survivor Series, if the main event was the WWF Champion versus the WCW Champion. And just a little bit of admin here. We're going to start in 1988 when Ted Turner purchased Jim Crockett Promotions. Yes, it was the NWA Championship at the time, but it eventually evolves to the WCW Championship. We're not going to worry about the international title bullshit. That wasn't really a thing. But yeah. Just so you know, before you yell at me in the comments. So we're starting with 1988, which brings us Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. Starting off pretty hot here. I mean, I think these two were pretty good at the wrestlings, which they would show in a few years against each other that they could have a little dandy match together. 1989, Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. Get used to seeing Hogan on this list. 1990, Ultimate Warrior versus Sting. The Blade Runners facing off against each other. Interesting, we never really saw this at any point, at least not in their primes. 1990, man, these guys, just a lot of paint, a lot of Ico Pro seeping through their veins, a lot of growling. This match is probably not going to be good. But by golly, there's going to be a lot of grunting, a lot of noises coming out of their mouths. So take that for what it's worth, I guess. Their star rating for that. 1991, Hulk Hogan versus Lex Luger. What's the Spider-Man meme? Is that what this is? Two blonde, roided up assholes facing each other. I think this is before Lex Luger had the plate in his arm. So for that reason, Hogan wins this one, I think. 1992, Bret Hart versus Ron Simmons. I mean, I think Bret definitely wins this one unless Farouk has his helmet, and then which that changes the whole dynamic of the entire match. So who knows at that point. 1993, Yokozuna versus Vader. My meat noise, meat slapping noise right there. These guys actually had a pretty good match a few years after this when Yokozuna was basically, he was more turkey leg than man at that point. So 93, this probably would have been pretty good, honestly. 1994, Bret Hart versus Hulk Hogan. Yeah, this is after WrestleMania 9. So I like, in my head, I like the thought of Bret getting his comeuppance for what happened at WrestleMania 9, but we all know Bret ain't winning this one. Although Hogan is deflated at this point, you know, like literally like Tropic in Paradise a thing yet? I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't work for me, brother. Hogan's winning this one. 1995, Diesel versus the Giant. Let's maybe stay away from that powerbomb there, Big Show. 1996, Shawn Michaels versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You think the 2005 match was ridiculous? Take 96, Shawn, hairy chest, Percocets, etc. versus spray-painted beard Hulk Hogan. This is just a debauchery, but I want to see this match more than I want to take my next breath. 1997, Bret Hart versus Hulk Hogan. It's 97. It's Montreal. I like the thought of the Montreal screwjob still happening, but just Hulk Hogan instead of Shawn Michaels. Like, you have Hulk Hogan trying to put the sharpshooter on, but he doesn't fucking know how because he's Hulk Hogan. Only Hulk Hogan can make that debauchery worse, what happened in Montreal. But again, like the prior match, I need this injected into my veins immediately. Give it to me. Give me what I want. 1998, Goldberg versus Vacant. I think Vacant has a chance just based on the fact that I think Goldberg wouldn't really understand that there's nobody there, and he'd probably like spear the ring post and knock himself out, or if he didn't knock himself out, you know, against the locker before the match. So who knows, really. 1999, Triple H versus Vacant. This Vacant guy is overpushed, if you ask me. Hot take, but I mean, Vacant was just... And two promotions just dominating the scene. It's kind of remarkable when you think about it. 2000, Kurt Angle versus Booker T. I mean, this match would be it'd be bestiality. I mean, it would be beast. It would be a beast match. I want to have sex with your wife. And finally, the final Survivor Series of WCW's tenure. We got 2001 Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. I mean, this happened pretty much. It was a 5-on-5 schmozzy deal, but this match happened and it was better. It was actually pretty good. You know, the invasion gets shit on. I don't know, Dwayne, what do you think? What do you think about the invasion? Or what does your asshole think about the invasion? Maybe that's a metaphor of sorts, right? Okay, I'll stop talking.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
But hey, if you want to... Is this allowed on YouTube? If you want to hear me talk more about old school wrestling, check out the Apron Bump. I talk a lot about these years of wrestling and the world champions and the theoretical WWF versus WCW stuff. So check it out. The Apron Bump. You're on YouTube. It's right here. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Full episodes, clips, all that stuff. Dwayne loves it. You gonna make Dwayne sad? Go watch an episode. Go watch one episode. Give it a try. Give it a like. Subscribe. Jiggle my balls. How?